Hello everybody, Funnybits here, back with another episode of What Remains of Edith Finch. Now, as you know in the last episode, due to a possible copyright thing, I turned down the music and then I've reset, played through again. Unfortunately, that does mean anytime I make a mistake, I'll have to do the whole thing again because there is no checkpoints.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yeah, now we know, right, so we've got to go out of here. Yeah, so I... And then wind up the music box, which... Oh, where is it? It's downstairs, isn't it? Right, let's go downstairs, and it's getting darker, I think. It's definitely... Is it getting darker? Is there a day and night cycle in this game? Possibly, right. Oh. It's like pause. There is save points which trigger off, but there's no, like, you know, I can't go back to a sort of specific time, which is kind of annoying a little bit. Right, here we go then. Barbara. So I've got to wind this up, which we did in the first episode, but we didn't know we had to carry on winding up. Now we know. This should now reveal key. There we go, key. This then takes us into the basement. Yeah, the comic book adventure that we had in the last episode had some. I'm pretty sure it is copyright material. I'm pretty sure it is. But it was such a cool. It was so cool to actually have that particular music played in. If you don't know the music I'm talking about, there will be a connect. There will be a link at the end of the video to that last episode.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Right. So there is the buzzsaw then. That was in the in that episode.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
And here is that
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
fridge. Let's open it. Which
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
is now been turned. It's not. It's a fake fridge. It is. It's a fake fridge which leads into another hidden passageway, as we discovered throughout this house so far. There's loads of
asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
passageways, and that.
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
And that does happen. Yeah, Walter, of course. Yeah, he was hiding under the bed last time.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
No, what does that mean? Does that mean that we've got a short lifespan or what? Trains. Okay, so he stayed down here. Look at the food. I mean, it's like, what's this? Bathroom. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Put the bathroom. Put the plates in the shower area where you can wash up. Exercise bike, books. We got a fake window to make it look more like he's got a window to look out of, so it doesn't feel so isolated. Right, so let's then start this episode from here. What?
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
So 1968. Oh, I gotta.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
Whoa! So
If you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
10 years of, well, near 8 years have passed. Peaches, really, again? Is that what you've had? You've not had that every day, surely. I mean, all that food you've
Even
got.
a monster on the other side of a door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Is he hiding away thinking that he'd still seen that monster? Was that his thing?
And then one day, everything just stop.
Wow, it's 2005 now. Well, by this point. So he's still hiding from that monster. He still thinks that there was a monster, and then he just...
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
So for 30 years, you just did nothing but...
It's been a week now. The longest in 30 years.
Oh, no, he's just...
I'm done waiting.
Well, you
I
wait.
have to leave. Well, I still can.
Okay. So there's another layer to this. Another... So we're going to climb down here then. Loads of books. Kept him mind occupied enough, I guess. I don't know if I could do 30 years of isolation. But he doesn't know anything different,
I
does
know
he?
it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly
Molly, yeah, of course, we remember Molly.
and Calvin.
Calvin, yep. So there we go. He says, look, you got enough look, is it plenty of supplies, and he hasn't even, well, touched much of it, but I guess he's... Here we go, right, so 30 years on, now we're going to pick up a sledgehammer and...
Maybe this is all a mistake.
Well, it's...
But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me.
So we break out into the... Okay. So, the noises he was
What was out
hearing
there?
then...
I want you to know, I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
So the noises he was hearing was the trains rumbling past his little hideaway, his little cellar basement thing, whatever you want to call it.
I don't mind if I only have
Shelter.
a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Oh. This is his last entry before leaving, and 52 to 2005. So that's...
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Right. So, we know then. We go down this way.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Let's open it. Down we go.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Well, yeah, I guess.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
By not having secrets. Right, so we're going to crawl through
And
this.
bury something that's still alive.
Oh, we are in that tunnel now.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I
Wow.
thought it was time I heard the stories for myself.
She's then going to get hit by a train as well,
Found
is she?
out what happened to everyone else.
Is this...
But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Oh, wow. Oh, is this going to be the last... The last one? Oh, this is... Oh, right, there's no possible way of that actually happening then. So that got destroyed. Oh, yeah, there wasn't there... Oh, I can't remember now. Wasn't there something to do with the fact that the house got destroyed? So where's this going to lead us to?
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
No, but you have, and now it's becoming an entry in a diary that someone can read.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
That's the problem now. We know that any entry we've made, with what we've already
But I
experienced...
thought you should know about your family.
What we've already experienced so far, if you read an entry, it can be just played through as an in the mind, and you know, as to what may have happened. But yeah, now she's recorded her story. We can easily be
The history you're a part of.
be thought that she doesn't make it, but we'll see what happens. That's got to be so sad if it does. So where are we going? We're not going out there, are we? We're going this way? We have to go this
Though,
way.
to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Yeah, just a little bit lost. I don't feel like she's talking in the...
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
I think that... Yeah, well, the stories themselves, I think, are slightly elaborate. You know, slightly... I don't know, what's the right word there I'm looking for? But it's just exaggerated, you know, just to make, you know, a story sound more interesting.
Look at the house. That history of imagination and stubbornness and madness. Any of it seems possible.
So now we're back out the outside, but we're behind the house this time rather than on the front. Remember, we entered through the woods, and which way do I go? Oh, there's a
I
pathway.
think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's kind of messed up, isn't it? You can put it like that. Oh, we are going down to the cemetery.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
So this is the pet cemetery? Yeah. Wow. See, there's a certain theme now of gerbils. We got Zerpy, Lurpy, Flurpy, Chirpy, Burpy, Derpy Jr. I'm guessing what cats and dogs. Zoe, Coco, Tucker, Charlie, Daisy, and Lucy. Right. Now we're going on to the...
Sven built the house.
Wow.
It was Edie who designed the cemetery.
I'm sorry to sort of speak over some of these moments, but I don't know when they're going to come up. So, Molly. This is a headstone. Molly. Then we've got Calvin. Sven, of course. Edie. Parents Walter, who we've just seen, and Barbara. Of course, she gets a star on top. And wow, is that like a? It is. It's a little stone, or is that just a model inside that? That is. I was looking out. Oh, that is just so cool. That is just so cool. I love how they've done that. Well, I mean, I know it's not real, but I mean, you know, I love how that's a small detail that is easily missed. If you hadn't spotted it, you would have just carried on walking up. You wouldn't have seen that. That's a small detail put there for someone to find. And look, let's have another look at that. And it's well, I guess Walter looking out, breaking free.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
We're going to look at this. We are. Let's have a look through the old telescope thing then. Oh, I was zooming out. Oh, no, hold up. Let's have a look. Zoom in.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Right, yeah, there was something about the old house and the fact. Oh, that's where it originally was then. Well, it's got swept out to sea, didn't it? Did we see a story? I can't remember. Somewhere. Maybe the first episode. Right, so where we go from here? Is this it? Do I walk? Where do I can't walk any further that way?
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
So it's Gregory, Sam, and Gus. Okay, and then over here we've got Milton, Sanji.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Lewis, of course. Wow.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
This is I guess a tree house, is it? Or no, it's just
But looking back on it now,
it's so cool to come out of a evening and sit amongst the trees. Oh,
if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
oh! So that's who she's talking to. She's talking to her. She's right. Okay, so she is talking. It's not that she's not breaking like the fourth wall or anything. I know she had to be talking to someone, maybe a child. I didn't realise at this point she was pregnant. Now I'm starting to be concerned. Where do we go from here? Do we drop down? Do we go? Oh, there's a ladder here. Okay. So we climb this ladder then.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Right. So let's pull this to one side.
They were both pretty intense.
Right. So where we are then? In Grandpa Sam's.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Right. Okay, so we're going to explore Sam's story, I think, in the next episode. So I'm pretty much run out of time on this one. But that's interesting. That little walk through just to get to the other side of the house took us on another journey, another side of the family history. And obviously that's the graveside. That's where they're all buried, and then it connects both sides of the house. It's so interesting. I'm loving this story so far. It's really cool. But yeah, that's it. That's all I've got time for in this episode. And like I said, we're going to pick it up again in the next one, where we're going to read Sam's entry into this, what insight he had. Let's see it from his point of view as well, I guess. Whatever he had. I mean, we know he's kind of very sort of military, I guess. But yeah, that's it. That's all I've got time for in this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you did have anything you wanted to comment, leave it in the comment section down below. If you didn't like it for any reason, you've also got the option to dislike. Well, there you go. But you know, at least share with us why you dislike. Maybe I can make some kind of improvements. And speaking of sharing, yeah, share the video if you liked it. That's it. That's all we've got time for. As always, whatever you do, keep it funny. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Bye-bye.